and Terry Winter, who actually created my character.
Okay.
He created Furio, which was I'll always be thankful for that.
Yeah.
And now, him creating Furio and you getting out of the show, you got to tell us the truth. Was it because of Carmela? Were they saying you were going to go after Carmela, go with Carmela? That's why you were written off the show. Because you start seeing a little bit of that where Furio's like eyeing Carmela, and
I think it all comes down to dollars and cents.
Yeah.
They were looking to get Frank Vincent on for a while. His quote was big. He had a large quote, and I'm not sure if I ever talked about this on camera before, but we had an event, an HBO event, and Jim Gandolfini, myself, and a few other people. We went down to Little Italy afterwards to have a little meal and some. And there were drinks before, right? So we had cocktails before, and then we went there to eat a meal. So all of a sudden, one of the producers comes in, and Eileen Landris, her name was. She had a few drinks. She sat down next to us, and she said, "Too bad for Johnny Sack next year." And I looked at her. She goes, "Oops, I shouldn't have said anything." So I said to Jim, I go, "Jim, is it true, man? Vince is going?" He's like, "Yeah, it's unfortunate, So he had the short straw, believe it or not. I mean, this is exactly. If you ask Eileen Landris, she'll tell you those moments, about those moments. And so what wound up happening is they struck a deal. They finally struck a deal with Frank Vincent, which brought the New York Boss kind of storyline back in the fray.
Right.
So, I mean, in order to pay for his, you know what I mean? It all comes down to dollars and cents. So somebody had to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they gave me a great season. With working with Edie Falco, it was phenomenal. I mean, she's a tremendous actress.
She's an amazing actress. Yeah.
they're
her? Is it her uncle or her father who's a writer? Edie Falco. It's he wrote a book. It's Edie Falco. He wrote a book.
Really?
Yeah. About
I've never heard of this.
the family Corleone, and it's like it's a great book. Actually, really good book. In like the realm of like Mario Puzo, it is about Don Corleone in the 20s and 30s, how he got up to power, and it's a great book. I suggest reading it. It's Edie Falco wrote it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. He's, by the way, he's a historian also.
Are you really?
I'm a mortgage broker. I'm an amateur historian.
I just want everybody to see, okay, what Federico drew here and brought me, which I really, really thank you again so much. And all I gave you was a T-shirt, Vino with Vito. But take a look at this. Can you talk about this for a little bit?
Absolutely. And you just see the dedication on there?
Yeah. The Dude and Duchess of
No, the dedication, it says.
Right here, right?
You
Yes,
can read
exactly.
I can't read it from behind. What does it say?
Not far either.
It says, "To my dear friend Vito, never forget our Patterson roots."
Oh,
Federico
my gosh.
Castelluccio.
I love it.
24.
That is great.
Man, that's amazing.
So how this painting came about?
Thank you so much,
Yeah, of
Federico.
course, man.
Thank you.
And this
This is getting framed. Let me tell you.
Okay. So I'll tell you how this came about. The second time I went back to film Sopranos in Italy, I took maybe a few days extra, maybe another week, and I went up to the Uffizi, the museum, and the Uffizi galleries, and I saw this painting that I've been seeing, it's like a famous painting in art history. It's called the Duke and Duchess of Urbino, and the sitters were Federico da Montefeltro and Battista Sforza, very important people.